Hello everyone, welcome back to Walk Me Gaming. We're back to playing the Stanley Parable 2, apparently. The Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition. Whatever. I mean, yeah, you could say it's 2, because really, if you just add more content to it and just re-release it, yeah, it's a Stanley Parable 2. Why not? Doesn't matter. We are Stanley. That's the only thing that's important. We have balloons.
All of his co-workers.
Are there any more achievements I can accomplish? Let's do... We'll do the speed run next time.
Gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Good, we have the bucket at all times.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
Okay, that's the way. No, it's not. Wait, is that where the extra content is? 416? Did I miss it? Maybe not. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well, we haven't gone right.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be.
Yes, the bucket knows all. I do enjoy the employee lounge. Can I get in there? Nope, of course not. If a door is locked, it is locked. Simple as that.
And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
It's a very insightful bucket. Okay.
No, never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to wait there
Stanley
the whole
took the
day.
door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Stanley could do that. I think he's going to.
And so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. Not. I don't even remember, like, what all endings I did the last time. So I'm curious to play these again. It's been so long since I played this game. Yeah.
Oh,
I need a little chill time.
Stanley, I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
What? This is not what it used to be.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley. We've come together here because we care about you very much.
Pencil sharpener, computer,
It's this
strange
bucket
mannequin
you're
from another
carrying
thing.
around everywhere.
Oh.
The bucket isn't even from the original Stanley Parable. It's just sequel content. We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because
Adventure
that's
Line.
what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite
Can I-
jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could
I
make
definitely
the
want the
Adventure Line go
closet.
somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Oh. Okay. You know, that's actually, it's not a bad idea. Raw assets. Yeah, sure. No, wait, can I... Just making sure. Okay, onward. This is... I was not expecting this. The bucket alters the timeline.
Hey, look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Ah, yes. The classic silly music. Where are we going?
Now this is what the Stanley Parable is all about.
You know,
Don't you
were
remember
right.
all those
What is
great
this?
jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
So
It's as
funny.
classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
Oh. Am I going to companion cube incineration thing. Oh, this is great. You must destroy the bucket. Oh gosh. It's ominous.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Oh.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Great.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
Yeah, I suppose.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you.
The Bucket Destroyer.
Go ahead now, Stanley.
You could have just
Say
had me
goodbye
throw
to
it in
the
a
bucket,
pit or something.
and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Oh. Yes, I know this is very
Now
much
listen
like
to me.
Portal.
It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of beloved Stanley Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What
Wow.
other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what
I
sort
feel
of
like there's a
Bucket
lot of
Destroyer
personality in the broom
merchandise
closet.
the
Thank you very
fans
much.
will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We
It's
can't
like
get
the-
back to the
the
classic
Mangler.
Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure Line or the Bucket Destroyer until you crush that damn bucket. Quickly now, the fans are waiting. Do it, the fans, Stanley.
No, I
Give the
can't do it.
fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh, man. Oh. Now we have to play this version again and actually crush the bucket.
My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with
funny
you,
thing
tell
is,
such
I never know
spellbinding
with this.
stories about you,
If you
all
go
of it
back and try to do
swallowed
another
now.
thing, you never know if you're going to end up being
My
able to do it.
New friend, for the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
It'd be funny if you walked up to it and it was like, oh, I forgot to give you a command to let you release the bucket. I'm afraid there's no way to destroy the bucket. Ah, what a shame. Alright, well that was fun. Good job not destroying the bucket. That's the not destroying the bucket ending. We're picking up the bucket again, just so you guys know. We will be getting the bucket. And this time, I think we will destroy it.
All of his
Actually, let's do the
co-workers
speed
were
run.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's see. Is it 8254? Oh, that was a little different.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping
I think
into
it's
his manager's office,
8254.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the
Dang it.
boss had assigned it
Well, I
an
failed.
extra secret
I guess we'll just have to do something else.
2845. But
wrong.
of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet
Guess we'll do a different
by
ending.
Simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Baby waking up.
Amazing.
Why you
He
gotta wake
stepped
up in the
into
middle of this
newly
adventure?
opened passageway.
We'll do the speed run next time. Two, 845. I'm gonna put that down so I remember it. I want that achievement.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he
Yes,
felt more
I'm full of
free to
emotion.
think for himself.
I don't really know what to
question
do
the nature of his
myself.
job.
I think what I'll
Why did
do
he
is
feel
not
this
follow
now,
directions.
when for years it had never occurred to him. This question would not go unanswered for long.
Yeah.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No, thank you.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his
I do
violent
enjoy
death.
this ending very much.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back
I like
on
how it
track.
specifies that, knowing that so many of the other
At
ones,
this point,
the door
Stanley
shuts,
was
and you're just
making
like,
a
well, I'm
conscious,
just stuck now.
concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, I got this. No problem. Okay, bye. That's right, I'm ready to be killed. Perfectly fine. No big deal. Into the crusher.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the
No
big
consequence
picture.
at all.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted
little
this
rough.
violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley. I'm not dead.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as
I
Stanley
love
was
this
led
one.
helplessly
It's pretty
into
funny.
the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Well, at least it would be instant. Or so he thought. Oh, clever boxes. Guess that's,
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What
It's
exactly
like, let's make
did
this
the
even more
narrator think he was going to accomplish?
contemplated and complicated.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
The
Do
correct
you see
way.
now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I do love a good museum. Nature paintings. It's funny because if you made this in real life, I'd 100%. Like, this is genuinely the kind of thing where I'm like, I wish there was more museums online like this, because it's a great concept. The original. The new stuff. Kevin Brighting. Looks good. Doors. Buttons. Where's 8? A little simple. Oh, very nice. Office decor. I like how big this is. Like, for how silly of a part this is, there's so much to it. The war zone. Battlefield fighting aliens. Interesting. Well, people who like shooters are very sensitive because they're man children. Very good. Looks like an excellent way to describe it. The lounge. The office. Over here. Narrator emails. Well, that's very nice. Utilizing stuff. Gosh, there's so many winding areas of this. That's one thing that I find a little annoying in general with museums is how many that are just so winding that you end up like not realizing like that you missed sections. Because I feel like when you pay to go in a museum, you want to experience everything that's there, or at least what the most that you want to experience. Sending. What is this? Oh. Interesting. It actually made you do things. The game is now paused. Because, I mean, look at this. Like, there's a whole nother room just, like, tucked away. Two, one. All right. Interesting. Yeah, I really think museums need to utilize video games, because does it kind of ruin the point when like you can't actually go and see the actual pieces of artwork? A little bit, but the idea of being able to like experience it in real time with other people and like discussing it like at a more detailed level than just like looking at pictures online, I think it still would be significant. Also, I would love to do like tours of other countries just in general, or like stuff like that, or like take us to places that would like not be necessarily safe for people to go to, so that we can experience it without the risk. Like, have one more person climb Mount Everest, and then we're done. We don't need to climb Mount Everest anymore. No one else needs to.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another.
Yep, we're having fun.
How they both wish to be free.
I will be free.
Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
No, I suppose not.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your Nintendo Switch. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time...
I choose a stick.
Don't let time...
And Stanley died. Alright, we're going for the speed run this time. What was it, like 4 minutes and something seconds? Let's see how quickly we can do this. I'm curious how long it does take to complete it, or like what the speed run actually is. Aside from, of course, just the closing the door one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
It looks
Stanley
like
decided to go
you
to
can
the
just
meeting
kinda...
room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Don't worry, we're gonna destroy it this time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him
The bucket
that
knows
the
all.
employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was.
It's
Had
a
the
nice
bucket
lounge.
turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself.
I would
Yes,
hate
perhaps it
for
truly
a
was.
lounge to have a
How
coffee maker
insightful
on a
the
low
bucket
table like
turned out
that.
to be.
That's just inconsiderate.
No, never mind. the bucket was wrong,
The bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance section and walked straight ahead to the opposite door.
Or not. Alright, one more intervention. Tell me what I'm supposed to think about my bucket friend.
Oh, good, Stanley. I'm glad you found your way here. I knew you'd find this place eventually.
Oh, good.
You see, your friends and I are concerned for you, Stanley.
That's fair.
We've come together here because we care about you very much.
I love the
it's
baby.
This bucket you're carrying around everywhere.
It's the random
The bucket isn't
fire
even from the original Stanley
sticks.
Parable. It's just sequel
Fire
content.
so bad.
We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet. Because that's what fans want from a sequel. They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time
Alright,
with
we're
it.
gonna destroy the bucket
Don't you
this
want
time.
another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes,
Oh,
yes,
great.
that's what the fans want.
I want to follow the truck.
Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next?
Guess
oh,
not.
and it played some silly music as well.
You don't need the silly music. I appreciate the attempt. The silly music is unnecessary.
Now, this is what the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Yes, it's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But
Who
if
are
we
the
want to do
fans?
that, you're going to
I'm
have
the
to
one
give
playing the
something
game.
up.
I am the fan.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid of the bucket.
Fine.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
Hello, Bucket Destroyer.
I think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True,
Okay.
it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me it already feels as though it's been
Boarded
part
up
of the
floors.
cast all along. Don't you agree?
Sure. It seems like a pretty good character.
Can you guess what the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me
Insert
to spell it
bucket.
out for you. Go
Alright.
ahead now, Stanley. Say goodbye to the bucket, and then pop it into the machine when you're ready.
Goodbye, Bucket. Oh.
Now listen to me. It's crucial that
Oh.
you give it the bucket.
It won't
I
let me
don't
do
know
it.
what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy
just
your
hug
bucket.
the bucket.
Destroying buckets
Okay,
is
we can
all it
skip ahead.
knows. That is
You
its
guys don't have to
singular
watch through this whole
personality
thing
trait.
again.
Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character
Or wait,
with
I
only
can just
one
start again. If we're not gonna let me destroy the bucket, then I'll just do something else. Like this time I'll take the maintenance elevator without the bucket. Or maybe I'll do something different with the... Wait.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started.
Oh, right, I can't
And
go
if
back
it
to his
did, it
office
stopped
after I go
shortly
through.
after.
I was gonna say, what if I take the
One
bucket
day
back to
see
his
wonder.
office?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sometimes it's just nice to check out the employee
was
lounge.
Sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its
I'd
grace,
like to sit in this
its
corner
subtle
and look out
charm.
the vague
No.
light of the windows.
Stanley knew it was something deeper, something darker.
What? Is there something I need to know about the employee lounge?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room
It'd be
so
funny if they
utterly
added something
captivating
new to the
that
employee
even
lounge.
though all your co-workers
An
have
actual secret.
mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Alright, moving on.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Yes, this one.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Or not.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Not this one? Okay.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake. No,
it was.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please?
Sure. Ah, it's one of these.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep. Okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Ah. Who's parking cars down here like this? Silly people. Oh. Uh-huh. Oh.
No.
Oh
This
no, I've
isn't
been
right at all.
spoiled.
You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, who am I kidding?
Fired.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable.
I'm sorry I broke it.
Rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Oh,
and this
okay.
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From the top.
Wait, is this how we get the adventure line? Is this how we're gonna get a big long thing? Nope. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Where are we at? 33 minutes?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
See, this is
Perhaps
about
he
the
had
time that I
missed a
did.
memo.
Oh, wait, no, there is more. Because we go to the meeting room and everything's messed up. Or there's no doors.
When Stanley... Wait.
That's
what?
right.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change?
That's
Stanley,
right.
did
Well, we'll
you
finish
change
after this
anything
one.
when we were back in
It'll
that
still
room
go a
with all the
little longer than I wanted
Did
it
you
to, but
move
whatever.
the story somewhere, or...
Gotta find the story.
Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Pick a door. Oh, we're in the back rooms. The true back rooms. Hello. Maybe this is where the story is. Or not.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I
mean,
promise
I'm having
you,
a good time.
There definitely was a story here before.
I'm sure there was.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again. But it's
Oh,
gotta
hey,
be
we
better than
found
this. Okay, let's give it a shot.
this.
Why not?
All right. That's right. Oof, wonder if you could hear that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
think
decided to go
this
to the
is where we
meeting room.
do
Perhaps he had
the
simply
line.
missed a memo.
Oh, yep.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
You broke
I
it.
might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Okay.
Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
That sounds like a great idea. Don't see anything different.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story.
Right.
Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest. I don't recognize this place at all.
Of course you don't.
Is this the story?
This is
I don't
great.
think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember,
I
Stanley?
think you're right.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this?
You win.
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So,
Wait,
good
did I-
job. Oh no.
Where did I come
I
through?
don't feel right about this at all.
Now the entrance
We
is
both
even
know
gone.
You didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Absolutely. That's a reasonable decision. Alright, let's see what we get. Oh, yep, it is
All
the
right,
adventure line.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Are the doors still missing? Yep. Alright, we're going back to the line. Alright, line. Lead us the right way. Seems like a questionable line at best.
The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there. Or to put it another way,
is this the boss's
is the
office? No.
story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we
Room
implying a
11.
journey such that a destination is
This line
inevitably
seems
conjured
confused.
into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
007.
Well, I'd like to apologize.
Oh,
Sure,
this is
where I
room
was
1.
going with all
That's
that.
room 6,
You know
apparently.
what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the
Bum,
mood.
bum, 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 bum. Yep, there it is. B3. B1. So we suddenly moved to the basement while staying on the same floor. Seems accurate. It's probably fine. Don't even worry about it. This looks different. I guess different is okay.
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Oh.
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Really?
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
Okay.
You won't want to miss anything.
Huh.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right?
Yeah,
The
yeah, of
story?
course. It's fine.
Is any of this ringing a bell?
Ding. I think we're fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to
We
us?
found it.
But after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Good times. That might be the end of the line. Quote, or... Wait, it's still labeled Stanley Parable 2.
You know what, Stanley?
Oh,
I
right.
say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
I mean,
We're
it failed
intelligent
us.
people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious.
Stanley fought a dragon.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sure. I'm willing to try something new.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be?
And the endless circle.
Go
That's
wild.
fine.
Use your imagination. Whatever
here we
it
go.
might be, Stanley.
Ended the endless
I'm
circle.
ready for it.
I still think we should see a dragon.
Oh no, not you again, Stanley. I'd also like to veto the line.
Just
from
ignore
having
the
any
line,
role in our awesome
breaking
new
through the
story.
ceiling.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Not paying attention to you, line. Goodbye. You're clearly a bad influence.
Ah, a choice.
We do have
We get
choices.
to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Yes.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying
Hope
to
this is not
go,
making anyone
there must be a reverse door
sick.
that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since
right.
the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one.
Great.
Another victory for logic.
Let's
Come,
do it.
Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
The confusing ending.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to
Go to
restart
the
the game
bookstore.
eight
Get bored and
times?
leave. Where are we at?
That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing.
Find line again.
Wall.
Begin following line.
Well,
Identical replica of the
who
office.
consulted
Begin to
me?
deteriorate.
Why don't I get to decide?
Make the story up.
Why don't I get a say
No
in
longer
all
an
of
office.
this?
Wander in
Is it
blackness.
really-
Find a bookstore.
No, it can't
After
be.
a long time,
I
Stanley
don't want it
dies.
to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped
Welcome to
like
my
this.
world.
I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Okay.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever
Maybe.
it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
You mean you didn't
Will
do
someone
this?
come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose
Restart.
in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
No.
I'm not quite sure
We're
if
trapped
we're
in
the
a room.
destination or the journey. Though they're always
With a
saying
chair.
that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I
It's
hope
like
that's where we are
it's
right
like Ray's
now.
house in Achievement
We'll
City.
find out, won't
Just
we?
a torch.
Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you
Classic. Okay, great. Well, that's it for Stanley Parable for today. As always, I continue to play longer than expected because the stories are always longer than I remember. So, hope you're enjoying this retreading of old office
all of his
grounds.
co-workers were...
I sure am. So,
this isn't the right office,
yeah,
is it?
come back next week
This
and
is
we're going to
Stan's
continue
office.
doing this. So, thank you all for watching. I will see you guys next time. Bye.